Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video we will discuss about ode, like what is ode, types of ode. So if you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, then do subscribe to it and hit the bell icon so that you can get every notifications of my upcoming videos. Now without doing further delay, let's jump to the topic. So in English literature, the term ode refers to a type of lyrical poem characterized by its formal structure and elevated tone. Odes have a rich history and can be traced back to ancient Greece, where they were originally sung and accompanied by music. Yes, odes are typically written in praise or celebration of a person, event, or abstract concept. The language used in odes is often elevated and elaborate, employing various poetic techniques such as metaphors, imagery, and vivid descriptions. So ode is basically a long lyrical poem which deals with a serious subject matter. It is usually in the form of an address to the object or the person about which or whom it is written. Sometimes it is written on some important public event such as the coronation of a king or the death of a great leader. For example, Tennyson's on the death of the Duke of Wellington and marvels upon Cromwell's return from Ireland. We can also say that the ode is a special kind of lyrics, which is more dignified and elaborate than the simple lyric. It expresses high emotions in grand style and deals with serious subject matter. यस ये एक तरह का लिरिक ही होता है जिसका विषय, जिसका जो सब्जेक्ट होता है वो गंभीर होता है, सीरियस होता है, मीन्स किसी सीरियस सब्जेक्ट पर लिखा गया होता है जो लिरिक्स से ज़्यादा इलेबोरेटेड होता है, मीन्स लिरिक्स से काफ़ी ज़्यादा बड़ा होता है और स्टेंजास में डिवाइड होता है और काफ़ी विस्तृत होता है और सबसे मेन कि यह डिग्निफाइड स्टाइल या ग्रैंड स्टाइल में लिखा होता है, मतलब काफ़ी शानदार तरीके से लिखा होता है. तो द डेफिनेशन ऑफ ओड इज़ an ode is a long lyric poem, serious in subject, elevated or dignified in style, and elaborated in its stanzaic structure. Now, like the lyric, it was also originated in Greek, and ode means to sing. So, it is clear that it was used by the Greek for any kind of lyric verse. The Greek poet Pindar was the first to write odes, and later on the form was practiced with certain modifications by the Roman poet Horace. Now let's discuss types of ode. So there are mainly three types of ode in English literature. First is the Dorian or Pindaric ode, second is the Lesbian or Horatian ode, and third is the English or irregular ode. Now let's discuss in detail first type of ode, that is Dorian or Pindaric ode, also called choric ode. So Pindaric odes are named after the great Greek poet Pindar. These odes were designed to be sung by a troupe of dancers in churches or public halls or by the chorus in the drama. Pindaric ode has a fixed stanza structure or pattern. The number of stanzas may vary, but they are arranged in groups of three, and each group being called a triad. So the structure of Pindaric ode consists of three parts: the strophe, the antistrophe, and the epode. And these sections have distinct metrical patterns and are often marked by changes in tone and content. The first stanza in each triad is called a strophe, and it was chanted by the dancing chorus as it proceeded in one direction, or when chorus was moving in a dance rhythm to the left. Second stanza in each triad is called an antistrophe. It was chanted by the chorus as it returned or when chorus was moving to the right. And the third stanza in each triad is called an epode, and it was sung when chorus was stationary or standing still. The best examples of Pindaric ode in English are Thomas Gray's The Progress of Poesy and The Bard. Now ode has become one of the popular verse form of English literature, but the title Pindaric is no longer used for it, because the term is now for an sufficiently elaborate and dignified and fixed pattern of art. It is now considered. Second type of ode is Lesbian or Horatian ode. This kind of classical ode is modelled on the odes written by Horace. Horatian ode is also known as the Lesbian ode, and this kind of ode has been named after the great Greek poet, Roman poet Horace. who imitated Pindar but with some modifications. Name lesbian was given to it on account of the place where it was originated. So these odes were mainly monostrophic, or composed of any number of stanzas, all of the same shape, or without any division into triads of the Pindaric odes. इट मे बी राइम्ड और अनराइम्ड, मीन्स ये पिंडारिक ओड की तरह ट्रायड में डिवाइड नहीं होते हैं और ना ही इसमें पिंडारिक ओड की तरह इलेबोरेशन होता है. द बेस्ट एग्जाम्पल्स ऑफ होरेशन ओड इज एंड्रू मार्वेल्स ऑन होरेशन ओड अपॉन क्रॉमवेल्स रिटर्न फ्रॉम आयरलैंड. अदर एग्जाम्पल्स आर विलियम कॉलिन्स ओड टू सिंप्लिसिटी एंड ओड टू इवनिंग, एंड थॉमस ग्रेस ओड ऑन ए डिस्टेंट प्रॉस्पेक्ट ऑफ एटन कॉलेज. The third type of ode is the English or irregular ode. Abraham Cowley was the first great English writer of irregular ode. He introduced it in 1656. He imitated the Pindaric style and meter, but disregarded the triad. In his ode, each stanza has its own pattern of varying line lengths, number of lines, and rhyme scheme. English ode is remarkable for its subject matter, style, treatment, and outlook. It is not strictly bound by classical tradition. So only a few poets imitated the Pindaric or Horatian ode form, and other poets wrote odes which were either regular or irregular odes. The regular ode consists of a series of exactly similar stanzas like the odes of P.B. Shelley and John Keats. The irregular ode does not have similar stanzas because each stanza in it follows a different arrangement. So on the basis of above discussion, the English ode may be divided under two categories, regular and irregular. The best examples of regular odes are John Keats' Ode on a Grecian Urn, Ode to Nightingale, Ode to Autumn, etc. and Shelley's Ode to the West Wind. And the best examples of irregular ode may be found in Wordsworth's Ode on the Intimations of Immortality from the Recollections of Early Childhood. But this form of poetry was perfected by John Keats, because it was in the hands of Keats that the ode attained its highest possible perfection. All the characteristic qualities of Keats's poetry find full expression in his odes. जैसे कहा जाता है, Shelley's genius finds perfect expression in the lyrics. Likewise, Keats's genius in the odes. So this is all about ode. Stay connected to my channel and thanks for watching this video.